Next, goals. Okay, you guys have been learning about goals, right? Learning about SMART goals. Okay, who wants to tell me what SMART stands for? Actually, we'll go around. S, what does that stand for? Raise your hand. Okay, everybody do it, that's fine. Specific. Okay, M.
Measurable.
A.
Attainable.
R.
Realistic.
T.
Timely.
Woo! All right, you're on it. Guess what? You know more than 90% of America right now. Most people in America never write goals. They never do it. Why? Because no one ever taught them. We're taught all these things in education. We're taught, okay, this is how you pass a test. This is how you study for a test. This is how you get through this book. This is how you get into college. This is how you get... I tell you what, never once, not one single time in all of my education, through my undergraduate studies, did anyone teach me about goal setting. Not one. You are so fortunate to be in this class. You are so fortunate to have teachers that support you in learning this. Because this is, in my opinion, more important than anything else you can learn. And the reason why is because you can take what you learn in school and apply it to help you be successful. And what do I mean by successful? I mean happy, first of all. Okay? And then enough money to support your family. Okay? So, you guys are already ahead of the curve. Fabulous. There are 3 other things that I want to mention about goals, and you may want to write this down. One is it has to be personal, meaning you use the pronoun I. You are the only person in the universe that can refer to yourself with the pronoun I. Right? It's pretty powerful. So use it to your advantage. The next one is it has to be present tense. Meaning you write it as if you're already living it. The same thing with your dream. Write your dream as if you're already living it. The reason why is because there's something, and I don't know how it works, folks, but it does. If I write my goals as if I'm already achieving them, and I write my dream as if I'm already living it, it comes a lot faster. It's almost so fast you got to put on your seatbelt. I'm serious. I'm serious. You should see. And people get scared. The people I work with, they start seeing changes in their life. They get scared. They go, whoa, I didn't think it was going to happen this fast. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what you asked for. You're going to get it. And then, fortunately, they're asking for good things, right? Okay, so present tense. Next thing has to be positive. Now, what do I mean by positive? You guys are maybe too young to know this guy named Ben Vereen. You know who Ben Vereen is? He's a famous Broadway actor. He said something profound. He said, 80% of the world that you complain to doesn't care. The other 20% are glad that it's your problem and not theirs. Harsh, yeah? But I will tell you that that is the truth. Now, you think that your parents want to hear you gripe. I don't get enough money to go out with my friends. And oh, why do I have to clean my room? And oh, how come I can't get the car? Why don't you take me driving? And look, I have teenagers, okay? I understand. I hear it all the time, okay? But the thing to remember is that we don't really want to hear it. What we want to hear are solutions to problems, okay? So when you're thinking about writing goals, focus on the positive. If, for instance, you want to achieve a certain grade in a class, you wouldn't say, I no longer have problems with my teacher and my grade improves, because you're focusing on the problems with your teacher. Does that make sense? You would say, I have an A in such and such class and I feel so much more self-esteem and confidence every time I walk in the door. You see what I'm saying? That's how you write, and then you'd say by such and such date. But see, that's how you write the goal. You don't write it as if you're focusing on the negative part of it. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. Any questions so far? Feel free to ask questions. Anybody? Teachers? Nothing? Okay. All right. So let's talk about the goal. So what is if you guys look at your dream, okay? Look at your dream. What I want you to do is I want you to write a goal that goes along with that dream. So you would start it by saying I. Okay, always start it with the pronoun I. And then it's I am, I work, I play, I achieve, I whatever. You want a present tense verb. Okay? And then what? What do you want to do? Measurable. We want to put a number in it. So when we talk about measurable, we want to have a number. Or like, for instance, if you're saving for, say you're saving for a car, and you have a job, and you say, well, okay, I have X number of dollars by such and such time to save for my car. This is going to give you a specific amount of money that you're going to save for, and then by a specific time. So measurable has to have some kind of a number. Do you guys all put a number in yours? You have a number in there? Numbers are the way we can define clearly whether or not we're getting close. Okay? Measurable, attainable. You have to believe in your heart that you can achieve it. Okay? You can't convince yourself to do something you don't believe you can do. Does that make sense? You've got to first feel it. It's got to be in here. Realistic, yes?
Does the number correspond to the goal or the dream?
To the goal. The realistic. Do you have the necessary skills to do it? If you said, I am president and CEO of Verizon Wireless by 2014, right? When do you guys graduate?
2013.
Okay, see? So you probably don't have the necessary skills and abilities to do that job. You understand what I'm saying? Doesn't mean you can't get them. Just means you need to be realistic about what you have in your bag of tricks. Okay? And then the last one, of course, is time sensitive. Put a bookend on it. Because you will get there much faster if you know exactly what your deadline is. Okay. All right, who wants to share? It's okay. I love this part of the process because it's always kind of like, well, I can't, but you guys have already had some practice, so. Let's go a step further. Action steps. How do we pick action steps? Write this down. The best solution to any problem, okay, is the most direct, requiring the fewest number of steps. And you'll find this is true in all of life. The best solution to any problem is the most direct, requiring the fewest number of steps. So, if you're moving in the direction of baseball, and you're moving in the direction of a batting average, what are some things you can do that will get you there the fastest to get that batting average at 400?
Work harder in practice, so like hit in the tee.
Okay, so write down an action step. Action step number 1, work hard in the tee. How much time? How much time are you going to do that?
Probably hit around 100 balls, or 1 bucket of balls.
How many, a day?
Morning, 3 bucket of balls per day, so 300 cuts per day.
Wow! Great! Okay, write that down. Don't blow out your arm in the process now. Okay, see how direct it is? Boom, I'm going to go out. I know exactly what I got to do. I got to go hit balls. Okay? What about, do you have someone who coaches you privately? Batting coach?
Off-season I do.
Okay, good. So continue with off-season batting coach. See how easy this is? Okay? What else? One more. I like to have 3 action steps for every goal. At least. And some of them you can take the action on right away. What else? How about get enough sleep? No?
Visualize, maybe visualize more during free time.
See, this is, if I had more time, we'd go into the whole visualization thing. Super important. Super important. You've got to always think of yourself as achieving success. Okay? So, yes, visualize. Many athletes go through this process. Why shouldn't we in everyday life? If runners want to win a race, if tennis players want to win a match, if baseball players want to win a game, they want to hit a home run, they visualize every aspect of their swing. Every aspect, right? You had coaches tell you that? See? And it works. It works. Because your mind and your body have to work together. If your mind is competing with your body, it won't happen. Okay? So you got to bring that mind into control. Okay, great. Thank you. Whenever you tell your dreams to people, make sure you tell them to people that'll support you. Don't go around telling people who are going to bring you down. Crabs in a bucket syndrome. You ever heard of that? Okay? I want to get out of it. No, you're not going anywhere. You're staying down here where it sucks with the rest of us. Right? Those are the same people going, you know, I hate my parents. They are such a pain in the butt. And you know, I don't like that. And you're going, oh my God, when is he going to stop? I can't take this anymore. Right? These are the same people. So you got to be careful who you're sharing with.
Well, I kind of you added it to make it more specific.
Good.
To think of creative ideas and turn them into movies or other kinds of art.
Okay, great. And would it help to also say that changes people's perception of what is possible in film?
Ooh, I like that.
You see what I'm saying? Make it deep, folks. Make it deep. Make it emotional. It's got to be emotional. Okay? All right, good. So then your goal is to win an Oscar. Okay? So what read your goal again to the rest of us?
I'll win an Oscar for one of my movies.
Okay? All right. I win an Oscar for one of my movies. So let's go through. Personal, I. Present tense, yes. Positive, yes, absolutely. Smart, specific. So is it the who, what, and when? You, what, win an Oscar, when? I mean, sorry, not who, what, when, who, what, and where. The where is not always important, but if it doesn't have to, they probably would be in LA, because that's where they have the whole thing. But anyway, and then it has to be measurable. Okay, one Oscar, there it is. Attainable, do you believe you can attain it? Okay, this is the thing. Get clear in yourself about it, okay? And this is where goal setting, I'll tell you the most important thing about goal setting and dream setting is that you're going to build self-confidence and self-esteem like you've never had before, okay? And as you go through your process and you write your goals every day, which I encourage you to do, write your dream, write your goal every day, okay? You are going to see things happen very quickly, much quicker than you think. And you're going to feel better about yourself much faster than you think, okay? And you're going to start to say, oh, you know what? Oscar is realistic. Pro baseball is realistic, or is attainable, sorry, okay? Now, realistic. Are you working on your skills?
Yeah.
Okay? Working on taking video, going out to places, shooting video for your friends, doing video for,
I have a
yes.
question. Does writing like the stories of the movie?
Screenplay, absolutely. But what I'm suggesting is that you get the whole enchilada, okay? Because you want to know how to do it from all the different angles. So I encourage you to learn everything you can about the world of film. It will help you, okay? Next, timeline. You need a timeline. When do you want to achieve that by? Put something down.
Before I die. Does that count?
I think you could do better than that.
Oh,
Because I know you're going to live to be 150. I don't want you to have to wait that long.
okay. 450?
There you go. Okay. 450 years old. You can even put a year down. When will you turn 50? Put that year down. Okay, does that make sense? You see how much more specific we're becoming? You see how much more it's now our thoughts are directed and guided by what we truly want to achieve with our life? You see how now you can make choices and say, yeah, you know what, I don't think I'm going to smoke any pot. Because you know what, that's not going to help me. I want to play pro baseball. Last time I heard they do drug tests. Right? I'm not going to shoot steroids. Last time I heard they're doing drug tests. Right? And if nothing else, do it for that reason. But most importantly, do it for you. Because you stay away from those things, you are going to be the happiest person you could ever possibly be. And your gifts are going to be used, and our world is going to be a better place. Thank you very much. Good night, Honolulu.